What's next for the South African Rand? A forecast of challenges and opportunities. Introduction. The South African Rand has faced significant challenges recently, with its value slipping by 0.6% to trade at 18.7475 against the US dollar. As global and domestic economic forces collide, many are wondering, what does the future hold for the Rand? This week's anticipated U.S. economic data, including Federal Open Market Committee, FOMC minutes, and employment reports, adds another layer of complexity to the Rand's trajectory. In this forecast, we'll explore how these global factors, coupled with South Africa's inflation and weak demand, could shape the currency's path. Stay tuned as we delve into best and worst-case scenarios, highlighting the key factors driving the Rand's future. The role of U.S. economic data on the Rand. The U.S. dollar often serves as a benchmark for global currencies, and this week's economic data could further strengthen its position. Reports on job openings, payroll numbers, and jobless claims are expected to paint a picture of a robust U.S. economy. If the Federal Reserve signals a continuation of tight monetary policy, the dollar is likely to strengthen further, putting additional pressure on the Rand. When the dollar strengthens, emerging market currencies like the Rand often weaken as investors shift capital to dollar-denominated assets offering higher returns. This dynamic creates a ripple effect, making imports more expensive for South Africa and exacerbating inflationary pressures. For example, a 1% appreciation in the dollar could increase the cost of importing goods like electronics and machinery, directly impacting South African businesses and consumers. This interdependence highlights why U.S. economic data is a critical factor in forecasting the Rand's future performance. Domestic pressures on the Rand. While global forces play a significant role, South Africa's domestic challenges also weigh heavily on the Rand. The country's private sector activity contracted in December, driven by weak demand and rising inflation. These issues signal reduced business confidence and slower economic growth, creating a less favorable environment for the Rand to recover. Inflation is a particularly pressing concern, as it erodes purchasing power and increases the cost of living. For instance, rising food and fuel prices have strained household budgets, leaving less room for discretionary spending. This reduced demand negatively affects local businesses, perpetuating a cycle of economic stagnation. Additionally, South Africa's energy crisis, marked by frequent load shedding, further dampens economic productivity. Businesses face higher operational costs, and foreign investors may view these challenges as risks, reducing their appetite for Rand-denominated investments. Forecast best and worst-case scenarios.